don't like fat anybody's.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like, my uncles have ruined fat people for me because they're such just Slaven mutants. They're like dragging their bodies places. They don't walk. They slug.
They slug?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they kind of just like...
Have you seen Moana 2?
They're like skin to sidewalk, and then it just kind of refreshes and moves forward.
Have you seen Moana 2?
Yeah.
You know that part where they get darted, and then the only way to like get out is that giant translucent slug goes over the top of them?
Yes, yeah.
I kind of do want that to happen.
I mean, that was my Uncle Jimmy. That slug was...
I want the actual slug. I don't want your Uncle Jimmy to
my Uncle Jimmy?
drag his taint across me.
My Uncle Jimmy is the one who's, he is, I think, you know when you meet those people that are just naturally the funniest human beings on Earth? Yeah. He's that, like where you meet him and even you look at this guy as if he's from another dimension. Levittown, like, you know, growing up, born somewhere in the late 50s, early 60s, grew up in that environment, like total, like, not even latchkey, just feral out in the world. My dad, I told my son last night, I was like, guess how many brothers and sisters Grandpa has? And he goes, 2. And I'm like, 7.
Whoa.
And he was like, what? And I'm like, could you imagine this table being filled with 5 more of you or 6 more of you and me and Mom? And you're fighting for all that attention.
It's so insane that we don't think about this anymore. I think like when somebody has 3 kids, I go, you're fucking insane.
Yeah.
But it used to be very normal for people to have like my stepmom has 10 siblings.
Holy shit.
Like, but that used to be like not that crazy.
Right. I mean, and now it's just like, I can't imagine it from a attention perspective. Like, take away the logistics financially.
They didn't do it.
No,
there was no
all.
attention.
Dude, my father, this is like how wild that neighborhood. They all took care of each other. Like, in that way, it was kind of nice, where all the kids were outside and they'd just kind of freely move in and out of each house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, kids are everywhere and they're just kind of like, you know, it's an amorphous neighborhood situation. But with that came a lot of like obvious like parent versus parent. Or just like, kid, what is that weird behavior? We're going to get you back for that. Like, there was one house across the street that never fed my dad. Anytime he was over there, they'd like eat dinner and make him sit in the living room.
Really?
And they would never feed him. And so my grandfather heard about this, and that kid was over their house one night, and they sat down for dinner, and my grandpa put him in a chair, put the chair on top of the table, and made him watch them eat.
Jesus Christ.
Could you imagine that?
You'd go to jail now for that.
Dude, a 300-pound cop Mick. They're just like, you sit there and you watch and you tell your parents this is what happens when they don't feed our boy.
That's so crazy. Oh, I mean, fucking Irish people. They still probably have that many kids.
I mean, it's also, it was, and my grandmother, I think, like lost a couple. So they could have, and who knows when they would have stopped, but they could have had like 11, I think. Jesus. And she almost died from like one of the last ones that I think the last one that she lost, she almost died. And then she had another baby after that. But she went to the priest to try to get like special dispensation to get her tubes tied because she, you know, it's technically birth control. But they were like, she was like, you know, I almost died on the table. And the priest was like, God's will is God's will. And so she didn't get her tubes tied, ended up having another child.
Your grandpa couldn't even imagine pulling out. So funny.
I don't think he had the hip mobility. Like, I don't think he had... When I look at my grandpa, I can't believe he fucked ever.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I just feel like he probably crushed her for a while and then wiggled to get up, and that's how he came.
Jesus. They had
Welcome to Beautiful Boys, everybody.
They had all the kids jump on the bed.
Yeah. They were involuntarily Mormon. They were just soaking all the time, and they're like, kids, jump. Grandpa, Father needs to make a new one of you.
Yeah, you guys want brothers and sisters? You'll jump harder.
But I mean, could you imagine? So in a Levitt House also, which those, I think there was the
Levitt House?
A Levitt House, which is a style of house that they built for baby boomers, because Levittown was built as a post-war. This is the first.
Oh, is that the one
ever.
That's like the first suburb ever?
Yeah. So Levittown, Pennsylvania. John Levitt designed both Levittown, Pennsylvania, and Levittown, Long Island, and both of them were.
Which one's shittier?
I've actually, I don't think I've ever been to Pennsylvania. I also, I don't know, man. There's part of me that really finds the charm in that really can like drive around that. And I hear, what would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? I just
Nicole's so mad at you right now.
Why did I bust the levels?
No, it's just scary.
Oh, sorry. I never see her reactions to me singing abruptly. But I really love that type of close. I don't know. The older I get, I think the more I'm looking for a community.
I love the community aspect of it. I'm just because they all have turned into feral beasts now.
They always were, though. So the one black family that actually, there's a story that an initial a veteran and his family, as it was meant to do, moved into one of the Levitt houses, but they were obviously, it was like racist, and they didn't want. This is back in like the 50s, I think. They didn't want them to move in. So this family endured fucking Molotov cocktails through their window.
I think there's actually an Amazon show about that.
That makes sense because they would like defiantly stand on their front yard during the attacks and be like, we're not fucking going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I fought for this country. This is, I earned this. Get out of my face. But so in that documentary that I filmed a long time ago that who knows if it'll ever come out between me and my father, I realized that he never really told me about his childhood at all. So I went to Levittown with my dad and had him take me to important places to him and like tell me.
Did he take you to that house?
He did.
He's like, this is where we threw rocks at kids.
We'd warm our hands on the fire we started in their living room.
Jesus Christ.
But I asked him, I was like, were you guys aware of like the racial component to this? Because, some kid, you probably just grew up in that and you didn't even realize what was going on, or it was just what it was or whatever. And he was like, honestly, like, no, like we I don't know if he had black friends or not. I think he did later, but like, I don't know when he grew up, if there was a lot of diversity in the town, but he was like, we just weren't aware that was a thing.
It's so weird because in Seattle, we were just raised. Thank you so much for repping my city.
That's right. I put on for Andy's city.
It'll be back in 2027.
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming.
Las Vegas and us. And Memphis, you're going to be in the Eastern Division.
Memphis should honestly be shipped out. That's a brutal market. Get them out of there.
But they brought us up like with such consciousness of racism, diversity, things like that. Like we would, we have more Native Americans in Seattle, like still existing. You don't really like
freely. You mean like they still live in teepees and stuff, or what do you mean?
No, they never lived in teepees where we're from, but that's okay. That's all right, you guys.
I thought you meant like they preserved their culture.
No, they did. They lived in longhouses,
but they weren't longhouse.
But they didn't live like that anymore. But we have reservations, and then on top of that, we have like
6.
There we go. I like that. But we would do like, for like Black History Month, we had to like learn about from like age 6, we had to watch like videos of the Klan and shit like that. And so we were brought up with such a consciousness of it. That's why like people in Seattle are so insufferable. Because they're just like, it's brutal out there, like, which I think is like good and bad because I don't know. We also don't have that thing. We have racism, obviously, and lots of it. But there's something about East Coast racism that is bred out of like
being around each other, actually.
Being around each other, but also coming to this country and having limited resources. So you're actually fighting against different groups.
Okay.
Like in New York, you can see that. Like when a New Yorker's racist, I'm always like, oh, it's because he lives next to those people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's never like just this like, whatever, like a guy in Kentucky complaining about Mexicans, even though he's never seen one. You
can kind of. I tried to do a bit about that a long time ago and never worked. But where you can boil somebody's racism down to like 1 or 2 moments. Like it's like you don't just become, or you could be born it obviously, and you could be, parents can kind of influence your perspective. But usually, if you just like kind of become angry and racist out of nowhere, it's usually just because one thing happened to you and you decided to generalize out of just sheer laziness.
Yeah, I think also it's like it's usually like a thing where you can't come to terms with your own failure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm about to get real racist.
Really?
No, I'm just saying that was just my way of saying I'm having a tough time coming to terms with my own failure.
Oh man, Mike, we should probably address it this episode. What's because it's a solo. What's you've shifted in the last month where you were last recording session you were talking about quitting.
Yeah.
And then now you're alluding to failure.
Yeah.
I think you're doing great.
I think I am too. I think I'm just in a terrible headspace. I think that's kind of what it is. And I'm sorry that it's bumming people out.
It's not bumming me out.
I think I'm bumming everybody out, including my family. And I'm not I'm not even bringing it to their doorstep, but just the fact that I have thoughts and feelings.
They can feel the stink on you.
My wife can for sure, and she just doesn't.
Wives really don't. Wives want us to be real sensitive, evolved, but then when it comes to us being emotional, they're like, why can't you be a guy that just punches holes in the wall?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I would gladly if she stood against the wall.
Yeah.
And let me just fire right around her head. I would never hit her. Never hit her. But I'd really create some sort of Jesus halo right around her noggin if I could.
I get it. Yeah. But what's going on? What was it do you think that it's just because you've had to spend like 9 weekends in New Jersey?
That's definitely part of it. I think
that really, like, if you get in a bad run of cities and towns, you can start to be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, and I didn't even have that. It was just kind of one, but no, I think oh
yeah, because we came off the Uncle Vinny's the last weekend.
Yeah. I'm actually better. I feel better in the sense that like I'm tired of being annoying. I'm tired of being like emotional, and I'm tired of complaining, and I'm now like on that. I'm changing. This is it. Positive Mike is back. I'm now, head down. I'm ready to work again. I just have these kind of like spells where it is depression, but I have these spells where I fucking crush myself, and all I do is loop it. So I have a tough time finding the off ramp. And if I can just get that, like sometimes I'll get that depression centripetal force where it just keeps me looping and looping, and there's no way I can get out of it. And then I have to like cold plunge my way out of it, or literally smack myself, or literally shout, "This is OCD," like while I'm walking in my house. So I have to, you ever do that? It's one of the few things that actually brings me out of it. If I'm just like looping and thinking constantly negatively, and I'm like, that's OCD.
You have, honestly, and I'm not trying to be a here.
Okay.
But you have so much access to outdoors stuff.
Yeah.
And I know you probably don't have the schedule
that
allows you to do this, but you literally are like 20 minutes away from like beautiful forests.
I'm in it. I'm on the Hudson River.
Yeah, but I mean, you could just, it's weird to me because I drive like an hour and a half to go spend time in these places, and they're right behind you.
Well, I think the thing that we're finding is childcare is at is limited right now. My mother-in-law has had a knee replacement surgery. She's getting another one as well. She's usually our main point of contact. Our Nicole's cousin, who also really helps out a lot, she's going away to college.
This week, I want you to take crew, just the two of you.
Yeah.
I want you to take them to Lake Terriota.
He's in camp. That's the thing is my active buddy is in camp, and my slug buddy is here, and we're having a great time. We're wrestling around. I'm like enjoying. I'm really like taking it in. Every time that I freak out about anything, I'm like, you'll never get this back.
Yeah.
He'll never be as small. Enjoy. Be as present as humanly possible. And then it's night. God damn it. I gave myself a pump up speech and I couldn't even do it. Like I was literally pumping myself up through the activity. You can take
2 hours, can't you? Like with Nicole,
No, because she'll be in Brooklyn. So when she works, she's in Brooklyn, and I'll be home with the baby all day, which is great. Again, I love it. I will work out.
Do you want my baby backpack? You can take the baby hiking.
I have that. But this is, so can I tell you my schedule?
Yes.
All right. So my schedule is I'll wake up in the morning. I'll get crew ready for school. Nicole will either have left for school, for work or whatever, or is leaving shortly. So I'll get the kids ready. I'll drive crew to camp. I'll come back home with the baby. we'll kind of like, dawdle, mess around for an hour and a half. He's already been up. Nap time. That is my only time to work out. And I'm so intense about my workout, dude,
I get
because
it.
I really think it's the only thing keeping me together.
Yeah, it's the only thing that if especially in this mode of parenting, that hour and a half or like even 45 minutes to work out is the difference between me just like eating all the pills in the cupboard and and waking the baby up.
100%. I mean, and it's an hour to me. I'm OCD with it. Again, like with a lot of these things, I'm really recognizing just how much that is ingrained in my system because it's not just working out. I have to do my workout. I have to get my workout done. And if I don't feel as though I even exercised.
Yeah.
Like, it's unwell. It sucks. But so I'll do that. And then I'll finish, I'll shower, maybe I'll cold plunge, and the baby's up. So then it's lunch, and we have like a 3-hour window there. So I feed him lunch, I make lunch, I make myself lunch, try to. Sometimes I don't even eat because it's like impossible while he's throwing shit, choking on something, and whatever for me to even take care of myself. And then I'll clean up. And then it's an hour until he has to nap again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, do I take a fucking walk down the street or do we just like get in the bouncer, have a good time, whatever. So it's it's constant juggling these small
How old is he?
windows.
7 months?
He's going to be 11 months in 5 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's great. I'm complaining about, I'm not even complaining. I'm just like saying what my schedule is. And it's just tough to find any kind of time to recreationally do things where once it limits to one nap, and I know that's every parent's nightmare, and it was mine for the first baby as well, but now I'm kind of looking forward to it, like greater windows of awake time.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's when it kind of becomes more flexible where I don't have to be close to home. I don't have to be close to like, food or whatever. And like now he's eating everything also. So that kind of makes it a bit easier.
Yeah. Once you can get away from the formula or milk or whatever.
Yeah. So I think the endlessness of that lately has made me a little insecure with and nothing has changed. Everything podcast is going well. Stand up is going well. The summer is like dead months for me, has been always like, touring wise, where I have dates here and there, but like, financially the pressure is on for that.
I'm doing Climate Pledge Arena.
You're doing what?
I'm just kidding.
Climate Pledge?
That's where the Sonics played.
Oh, that's awesome. I had no idea. Damn, I wish I should with this jersey on.
I sold it out. What if I was just doing like sea rooms everywhere, but like one city I could do an arena?
You're the Bob Marley of Seattle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That guy still to this day sells thousands of seats in New England, and then mostly
tens of thousands,
like,
theaters all over New England.
It's unbelievable. Good for him.
And then can play like the jukebox in Peoria.
Pretty amazing. But I think that's where my and again, I feel like apologizing to the listener just by expressing.
No, but I think the one thing that you have to remember is that we have a lot of parents that watch this show.
Yeah.
Especially dads.
Yeah.
And it's a weird thing where you can't complain to some extent because you didn't go through the body gore of being pregnant and recovering from that in the postpartum.
No, but I did have to fucking listen to her react.
Yeah.
Her vagina, my ears. Am I right, boys?
Look at Nicole.
Wait, Mike, I actually have a nice comment for you. Do you want it?
Oh.
From the YouTube.
Okay.
It's going to make you feel good. I know you
sure?
actively avoid these.
Okay.
From Matthew M.
Okay.
Honestly, best pod going. Mike, don't feel insecure about talking on some of these things. It's refreshing and even relatable to us common men. Keep it up, guys. You are authentic in a world that lacks authenticity.
That's very nice. And then I saw like 2 comments below that was, this episode sucks.
Okay. Great.
Can't please them all, am I right? And of course I believe that guy. I don't know why. It's a problem.
I wanted to show you one that I saw, which was, I was pretty honored actually to get this.
Please tell me I didn't open up a vessel of negative comment reading right now.
Nicole trying to buoy the pod sends both of us into a spiral of self-hatred.
This one is really okay. Yeah, here it goes. You're as unlikable as Mike Cannon. Two talentless pieces of shit.
We should do Rose and Thorn comments.
And
every
that's
week.
from Philly, Purist Imbecile.
Oh.
Has a gnome and I don't think.
Thanks, dude. We appreciate your support. We appreciate
one
the comment.
follower. He's got one follower.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But he's following me. That's nice.
That's nice.
We're as unlikable as enough to still follow us.
Well, I think that's a sport now, is to follow and to negatively comment on people that you either like or don't like or whatever.
I got one the other day from somebody that was just something about my wife,
yeah,
fucking a lot of certain
demographics.
Yeah, demographics. And I was just like, it stayed with me. I was like, ooh. That guy should know that he won that day.
Yeah. Oh, all of them win every single time, except the ones that are nice. And
yeah,
I wish I could
nice
let
one.
that in.
You totally forgot about that whole nice thing.
Yeah, well, because I'm like, there's none of you. I don't know why. I discounted immediately, and it's my wrong brain. I'm sorry.
I think it's because we are not trained to accept love. You know what I mean?
Go with that. Sorry, that was my Schultz on Rogan moment.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. By the way, who could have seen him coming? Anyways, never mind.
Yeah, there's no point to really even get into it. John Marco's got it on lock.
Yeah, he's taking care of it. I did tweet about it, and I got 1,500 likes.
There we go.
No, I think it's because your brain and my brain too is so trained to hate itself that you just can't even hear the nice stuff. But that's what I'm saying. You need to, the workout's one thing, but you also need to go. This sounds so lame, but you got to go into nature.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah, I gotta. What I really must do.
I ran around that Rockland Park, the lake,
Rockland
the other
Lake.
day.
Yeah.
Rockland Lake, beautiful.
Yeah,
you could push the baby for a nap time in there.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't get measles, but good for you.
I avoided those people.
You ran in and out of the heavy winter hats.
Yeah. I dodged them. No, I think I got up early enough that they were all still doing the thing at home.
They were waking up like cone heads, standing. Just
no, but it was really nice. And then I went up to Lake Terriata and I jumped in. And this was the craziest thing about Lake Terriata. I think I'm saying it right. The fish swam up to me and did not move. It was crazy.
Really?
There was fish all around me.
That's how white and non-threatening you are.
Yeah.
Even the fish.
The fish.
I'm just this
fish
guy.
Don't fear me, neither do women. I'm going to get that hat made. No one fears me.
Yeah.
No
fish nor woman.
But it's scientifically proven to raise your mood and all this stuff. I mean, the exercise is heavy lifting, but
yeah. No, and I recognize when I get into these places because my rebound time is sometimes it gets better and sometimes it gets worse. Yesterday was just in general kind of I think when you have tremors, depression tremors, where you're out of it, and then 2 days later will come a little shockwave, and you're like, oh no, am I not? Is this still happening? Is the category 5 still here? But it's just a little kind of thing, and then I'm like, okay, push it out,
But also you got the sleep thing too, right? You guys don't sleep a ton still.
No, we sleep now. He sleeps. He sleeps through the night. I don't sleep all that much. I mean, because I get home at midnight or 1 a.m. and then I'm up with the kids, which I don't. Again, this is all. I'm trying my very best. This is my struggle, right? I'm trying my very best to weather the difficult stuff, the exhaustion, the mental fatigue, all of that, because I know how much I'm going to look back on this.
Do you ever take a week off, of doing spots?
Stand up?
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, it maybe if the business forgets about me, but not on purpose.
I just I've gotten to a point now where I don't know if the spots are like part of your income.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, not a
weekend spots are always part of my income.
Yeah.
But like I'm taking the baby to Maryland to hang out with grandparents for the next 2 days.
Nice.
And then I'm coming back Saturday and I have a gig Saturday night. And then we all leave the next Wednesday to where I won't see my family for, I think, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was like, those 3 days, I'm just like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm just not going to do spots because I don't want to hire a babysitter. And also, I don't want to deal with like not having dinner with my kids or going on a date with my wife, even though my wife will cancel the date. I will plan a date and my wife.
Jay's having a party.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta go.
Yeah, sorry. And you are not invited.
You're babysitting.
Yeah, you're babysitting. This was the roughest one. Like a couple weeks ago, I don't think we had anything planned. She didn't cancel anything on me, but she was like, "Oh, I got tickets to the Glengarry Glen Ross," which I totally wanted to go to.
Sure.
And she was like, "I'm going with whoever, fucking Bob the drag queen or whatever." And I just like, so you're going to a play with? Okay, cool. Yeah. Great.
Nice little date with somebody.
That's great. I love that. That's awesome. One of my favorite bits is that David Drake bit about his wife getting picked up by a guy on a motorcycle.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, I'm going to hang out with this friend from college. And then the guy shows up and he's on a motorcycle and she gets on the back of the motorcycle. And he's just
That's
like
fucking nuts, dude. I mean, kudos to him for writing a bit about that because I would have written up papers. I would have instantly been like, what happened? Did you piss on the floor?
Oh no, this is what I'm realizing. All my shit was wet. This room must have flooded. This whole carpet's wet.
Oh.
There was, if you guys didn't know, New York flooded last week.
Yeah, flash flood.
Yeah.
Same time as Texas. Not as bad.
Did you see the videos of the subway?
Yeah.
It's
that was
so
terrifying. It's also nuts that they opened the doors.
I got caught in that storm, and I was like, I got a haircut, and then I had a spot like in 30 minutes, and for some reason I just like was like, I'll just try to make it, and then I was like under scaffolding, not that wet, and then this sounds fucked up, but like homeless people started to congregate underneath the scaffolding with me, and they weren't like minding their P's and Q's. Yeah. So I made a run for it, and by the time I got to the cellar, I was like could have wrung out all my clothes.
Yeah. Well, the rain was like throwing punches. Like it wasn't regular rain. It was like the Forrest Gump in Vietnam. Like it was fat rain and sideways rain. And sometimes the rain would just come right up at you from underneath.
Yeah, it was that kind of thing. And then I was like mad at myself for bombing at New Jokes, but it's like, you're soaking wet.
Yeah.
Like most people would be like, oh, I'm not going to do the spot. But I'm like, no, I need to do the spot and also fail and then also get mad at myself.
Dude, your hair must have looked like the brother from Wedding Crashers, just like pasted to your
When my
head.
hair gets wet, my balding pattern shows too. So it's like extra bad. Yeah, I didn't think about any of that. I just felt bad.
Yeah, I mean, good on you. Did I tell you that one story? Dude, so we had years ago, there was like a similar flash, boom, like tons of rain, lasted for like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. So I went into some store to shop and then it ended. But there was like a ton of puddles all over the place. And I was right down by like Flight Club. Yeah. Downtown is Soho. And I was like crossing the street with 17 Asian teens. And there was a puddle, that from, the crosswalk to the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And so I, the just gazelle that I am, jumped over it, hit the metal part of the edge of the sidewalk, like that curved
and fell backwards
metal,
into
and went
it.
whoosh, fell back in the puddle, fully submerged, face under water in the street of New York City. I come up, I'm like, and like all these Asian kids are like, like just dying laughing. They all covered their mouths, so that wasn't crazy.
That's not racist.
They literally all did that. And I was just
I would have loved to have seen all the phone cases.
I did. You know what? To their credit, I don't think anybody filmed me. Maybe they did. Maybe this. Damn, I wish somebody put it up and they could have helped me with my tour dates.
1,000 laughing Labubus. That's the title. 1,000 laughing Labubus.
My son, we got one for my son for his birthday.
He wanted it.
Yeah, he really wanted a Labubu.
So crazy that it's made it from Carly Aquilino to your. Is that a bug on the floor?
Well, he this no,
it's tape.
He has teenage cousins, like female cousins.
Oh.
So I think they sometimes teach him about these things.
And gender doesn't matter anymore.
No, not at all. And also he loves stuffed animals. He's a big stuffy kid. He has like 100 stuffed animals just compiled over the years. So like he's not even at the point. This is why I love my son. I mean, this is not just why I love my son, but I really love this about my son. He's 6. All of his friends have like Nintendo Switches already. And like, their own laptop and all this shit. And he's asking for a Labubu and like a basketball.
And he's not freaking out about not having his own
not at
iPad
all. Like he just doesn't give a fuck about that stuff. And I'm really just so impressed. And granted, he might not be exposed to it a lot at this point, and it could get worse down the line. But like he likes what he likes. He knows what he likes. He's not all that influenced by the other kids and what they like. First of all, this morning we're driving and he listens to the censored version of Forgot About Dre. It's his favorite song.
Yeah.
And he's in the back and he's going, nowadays everybody want to talk like they got something to say.
Yeah.
And he's like, Dad, the other day at camp, the counselor asked us what song that I wanted to listen to. And I told her, you don't know any of my music. And he's like, none of the other kids do either. I listen to hip hop, like they just won't know it.
Are you taking any, like, because you're beating yourself up so much, are you taking any kind of like moment to like pride yourself on like how good of a parent you are? I know that's like a very heavy thing to say.
No, I'm not, to be honest. I actually look at it more as like he's doing it despite me. Like he's becoming a great kid despite the fact that I'm in his life.
So mentally ill. That's the craziest takeaway from that. I think that's another thing with like fuck it. If you're just a comedy fan, sorry, this episode's for parents. I think that's something that we rarely pride ourselves on. And I have been able to take peace from it lately. Like I would say that I'm in the best mental kind of like space that I've been in a long time. And the 2 or 3 biggest deciding factors are the exercising, which I include in kind of the nature thing.
Sure.
Because that's how I exercise a lot, is I go hiking or I go run in the woods or something like that, or I go swimming.
You do have nature body, like you're nature in shape.
I'm definitely, I have
Did
a
that
lot
hurt
of
your feelings. I meant it as a
no, but I have a lot of like, I look kind of like a Tarzan statue that got left in the sun. Like you can see the muscles, but they're dripping.
Well, you're the famous 1920s strongman. Like
yeah,
you have barrel chest.
Yes,
and you have very like cinched waist.
I have like Jack LaLance's body or whatever.
Yeah,
maybe
Jack LaLanne.
Jack LaLanne.
Yeah.
I do
I
like
have
not defined
body.
pecs, but big chest.
Yeah. Bobby Kelly really did a number on me about my pecs because now I'm in the best shape of my life. But I told you that story, right? When I saw him in the pool at Aruba and he looked like a pink hippopotamus. And then he turned around,
and
looked at me, and he
you.
goes, your nipples are too low. And I'm like, thank you, fucking Dumbo's uncle. Like, get the fuck out of my face. And now every time I see
he flies
myself...
away with his man tits.
Now every time I see... I see my chest or anything like that, I'm like, God damn it. It really does look like somebody's pulling down my nipple a little bit.
I get, like, my body, I think because I lived my whole life in households of women, my body trains itself to gain weight like a woman.
Yeah.
And so it goes to my hips, my ass, and my tits. That's where immediately I get fat.
This podcast is why we have no male fans.
That's fine. I don't care. There's a lot of us out there. There's a lot of
fat and talking about fatherhood.
Sure. Yeah. There's a lot of us. You're out there. Tell your friends.
Though?
Yeah.
Are there?
There are.
I'm having a tough time finding them.
Yeah, because they're like me. They're shut in. They're afraid.
Yeah. All of my fans are like me. Therefore, they have a blade to their wrist vertically.
That's the right way to cut.
I know.
No, so it's the exercise. It's the taking time to specifically like give myself those nights where I'm not gonna try to do the insane, like, you feed the baby, I'll bathe the baby, the babysitter's coming, I'm gonna go, like all that.
Yeah, we just haven't had, like, we're still in the full shit, like, and
but you're still trying to do spots every night, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So you got to give yourself those nights where you just fucking, because you also live
I know, but I get scared comedically. Like, I get scared that I'm not like. So last night I recorded the re-record of my 8th anniversary of I Think It Just Kicked In, and like some of those jokes. I re-listened to them and I didn't deliver them great, but I'm like, some of the writing, I'm like, was I better? Like, was I better than? I don't think I was, but like some of it, I was like,
you might have been better than you are right now. That's okay.
But I don't think I was. I think I'm a better comedian now, like in all elements, in writing and performing and in introspection, literally everything. But there's part of it where I'm like, man, like I wish I'm missing that kind of like almost like carefree evil.
Yeah.
Where I had with my early comedy where I was like a little evil towards my wife. I was a little evil towards, everything.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of need to get that back a little bit.
Well, I think that's also like the thing, like you're in the thick of it. And I think like, you got to like, you probably have another year of being like somewhat tied to this schedule and all this shit. And like, also your brain gets fucked up.
I have about 6 months, I think, because that's when his like childcare or daycare start. Like we do it at 18 months.
Oh, he can go to daycare.
Yeah, when he's going to go to daycare, and it's not going to be every single day, full day, but it's like at least it's a little bit of a reprieve where we can have moments to ourselves. Because both Nicole and I, if we're not doing our job, we're doing the other thing. It's a constant line change.
Yeah.
So there's no real free time at all. There's no time for ourselves.
Well, that's the other thing that I do is I've started just doing like, because I think I like resented my wife's schedule for a long time, where it was just like, I gotta fucking deal with like SNL and a press kit and a fucking.
There's nothing. So this is hard. Is to be a comedian with a like free fluid schedule.
Yeah.
Fluid schedule, not free, fluid, and then being with somebody who has a more rigid schedule, but is also technically freelance or just like piecemealing. My wife, it's like beat me to the day.
Yeah. That is what it is.
She's scheduling 3 months out, and I'm like, I don't fucking know what I'm gonna have then. Like, I have no clue. So
I'm the one that tries to schedule, and my wife gets annoyed because she has ADD, and so she gets like, she's like, I don't want to fucking schedule, and then it comes to the day, and it's like, hi, I've decided that I'm going to spend the day upstate, and she's like, well, I've been invited to a P. Diddy oil party, and I go,
isn't that funny? I didn't even, but this whole podcast basically has been us getting to know each other, like over time, and I didn't even realize that I was subconsciously attracted to the male version of my wife. Like, I'm just podcasting with my wife.
Is
but
your
as
wife
a man.
a nature body?
She's got a nature body. She also is very schedule oriented. Like all of your
I said
things,
nature
like
bunny,
because I'm
by the
like
way.
Rosebud in a lot of ways.
You hate the scheduling?
I hate the scheduling. I'm more like, let it come to you, man. But or whatever. Just like when I want to do something, I want to do it. You know. But Nicole and you are very similarly schedule organized. This is lay it all out.
But the weird thing about it is that I am scheduled, organized, but I'm also the most spontaneous in my household.
Yeah, you'll fly the fuck to Guam.
But I'll also, like, the other night for my birthday, like, I wanted to, for my birthday, I wanted to go up and do something in nature.
Happy birthday. We didn't say it on the podcast.
It's okay.
Happy birthday.
I don't know if we said happy birthday on your episode. Did we?
Did we?
Yeah, I feel like we had multiple episodes that were touching on Mike's
that
birthday.
Celebrated my birthday. We had a birthday month. I don't know if you were aware, but I told Nicole to change the theme of the show.
Oh, okay. That's why. But no, like we went to the Yankees game the night before because she got the SNL tickets. I got hit by a wild pitch. I don't know if I told you that.
You did? I want you to tell them.
Oh, I put my cell phone. We were right behind home plate. So you have the wall and then the netting. And there's like a pad where the netting meets and there's kind of like a gap, right? Where you just would never think that something could hit that.
Yeah, 1 in a million.
So I put my phone there, not like I'm looking at my phone. It's just an easy place to put it. And because you can't put your phone in the cup holders because Food's free. You can just get whatever you want. The rich are living such a different. Anytime somebody famous complains about their schedule, tell them to fuck off. Their lives are so easy. But
Ariana Grande literally gets carried from stage to her car. You're fine.
And it's like literally like if you need to buy clothes, it's like
she has an assistant hold her eyes closed to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so sick of gays and women being like, I can't even. It's like go from your Botox to your Pilates class to your dinner hosted by Meta. Like, shut up. They're so annoying. Their lives are so good, and they're always like, I can't even. You're like, shut up.
Meanwhile, me and you are 1950s housewives.
I do like
wearing an apron.
I do like manual labor jobs with ex-cons so that I can afford to podcast.
Andy's ironing Rosebud's SNL attire, and she's coming home because there's an iron mark and slapping him in the face.
She's pissed that I got her Labubu wet. But anyways,
that sounds like a baby name for a pussy. I got her Labubu wet.
I got her Labubu wet. Yeah. Sorry about that. I didn't know this. Baby vaginas can't get wet or they turn into gremlins. No, I forgot what the fuck I was. Oh, I was at the baseball game. The phone's there, and a fucking pitch went over the catcher, and it hit that pad right where my phone was, and my phone flew up and hit me in the face. And the fucked up thing is, I went like this. I thought the ball hit me. Like, that's how hard my cell phone hit me.
Oh, my God.
I had a bruise here. And the fucked up
You're
thing
lucky
is,
it didn't take your fucking teeth out.
no, it could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
But I went to the cameraman. I said, "Is there a camera on me that whole time?" And he was like, and I go, "Can I please have that footage? It'll be so funny." And he never sent it to me, so I'm gonna have to find out some other way to get it. I think it's probably like there's probably like a
Yes
on
feed
demand
or something.
Well, my baby got on the actual Yes feed.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, there's a whole thing with Minnow eating a ring pop.
Yeah.
And the like whatever
They
announcers.
love babies on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
That's how I got crew on the fucking MSG one.
Oh, nice.
Just right at the end of the game, they came over and they were like, "You too, it'll be on TV," and we're just pumping our
That's
fists.
sick.
It was so great. I loved it.
No, this is like not even on the Jumbotron. It's just on like the feed, and the announcers are like, "What do you call that?" And the other guy's like, "You've never heard of a ring pop?" So I got hit in the face, whatever. But the next day I wanted to do the nature thing, and I was like, I'm gonna just take them home. I'm gonna get in the car. I'm gonna grab my tent, and I'm gonna go camp, and then I'll wake up and I'll already be in the nature.
Yeah.
Because I didn't. Here's the thing.
Oh, from the Yankee game so you were going to go at night.
I was gonna go, and it's only like 2 hours, so I probably could have like gotten in my tent by 1 a.m.
Nuts.
But that's the thing, is it's not that big of a deal. But also,
hiking at night is not a big deal.
no, you drive up to a camping spot.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you're with RVs.
No, just most.
I thought you were parking and then hiking a mile in.
No, I don't do that kind of
Okay.
camping.
I did that in
have.
Harriman, which is awesome. It's super
You did
fun.
the hike into the.
We hiked 2.5 hours in to this one spot near this one water, and you spend the night because you're not allowed. It's not legal to spend the night there.
Yeah.
But we set up a tent right there and just would do mushrooms. I had like a 3-year run of that. It was
That's
awesome.
great. Yeah.
But my buddy Tim did that during the winter and almost died.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Because he didn't check the forecast, or maybe he did. And
Did
he's
it snow
stupid.
or rain?
It snowed like it rained on you. Like it dumped, dude. And he told me he was literally digging his fucking fire out and shivering and trying. He literally was wrapping himself in blanket, like wind whipping, the tents flying all over the place.
No, I
Like,
don't
he
do
was
that
like,
kind of stuff.
I was gonna die, and I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Like, why would you do that?
No, I don't do that. But I did purposely go, hey, I'm going to do this day without you.
Yeah.
Because I know that you're going to try to give me some like, can we just go to Central Park? No.
Yeah.
It's my birthday. I'm going to the woods.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into it. And then I tried to do lunch with you because I have this favorite gay vegan restaurant in Terrytown that I go to, and I had a nice.
I know, and then that
I wasn't
whole
mad
day
about
fell
that,
apart.
by the way.
Well, I think I also have a fair amount, and this I have to get over, especially as my sons become more autonomous. But I have this big thing where like if I miss a moment, I feel guilty and I feel like I'm fucking them up, and I feel like because my oldest son and I are soulmates. Like, you know, he is my fucking dude. We have and I'm sure I will have the exact same connection with my youngest son, but I've never had this with another person, including my wife. Like, we're so simpatico, and he just wants me around all the time and can't understand when I'm not.
Yeah.
So whenever that I'm just like, I want to be around, so I'm not gonna go and you know, I try to take those days, and then I get myself fucked up, and I end up coming home early. You know, from the anxiety of like, I want to be around and I want to hang out, and I don't know. It's not a healthy way to live, and I don't really bring them into it. They don't know that that's what I'm going through, but it is a feeling that I
do
have.
think though that that's okay to like want to be there for as much as possible, because that's how I feel with Minnow. I don't have the same thing because she doesn't like me as much as Rosebud, you know, or the nanny.
That will shift though.
Yeah.
It will shift.
But it's interesting. If I get her by myself, I'm the star of the world.
The god.
Yeah. I'm the god. I'm you the god. But yeah, I think you got to find some space in your you got to give yourself some me time, and you also got to fucking like take your foot off the gas, because you can't do it all. You can't, like, this is the thing. I feel like I'm in such a good headspace, which has made me a better comic, which has made me a lot of things. And it's because I said, fuck it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to chase it. I'm not going to fight. I'm not like, that's nice that people do that and it works out for them. I have tried so hard to like muscle my way into more fame, more success, and it has just been ugly and unsuccessful.
Yeah, it's been a 5-year odyssey of me sprinting into every brick wall.
Yeah, and I just I don't care. I don't care. Like, I'm just like, I have my family, I have these like little things. I have my car. I love having a car because I can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And like little things like that. And also, like, you know, if people don't want to do things, you know, like if my wife doesn't want to do this thing, I don't do the thing anymore where I go like, oh, I guess I won't do it. I just go, okay, well, I guess I'm doing this by myself.
Right.
But I mean, more than anything, that's not important. The thing that's the most important is like taking your foot off the gas and just being like, I got a fucking 11-month-old and a fucking 5-year-old, and I'm not going to be able to do everything. And also, I'm not going to feel bad about that.
I mean, I can intellectualize that. Putting it into practice is very difficult because I get worried that if I take my foot off the gas, nobody eats, and this is over.
No, but I mean like 2 days, you know? Yeah.
No, I know, but I have that feeling about that. I have that feeling if like for
you
a
still
few
have
hours,
that thing where you feel like you have to do comedy every night,
every single night, and I feel like I'll lose it a little bit. I've gotten better with that. I've gotten better at taking like 2 days off before I headline on the road, and then being like, okay, I won't forget all my material. Like, it's fine. I'll be okay. And actually, the show might be even a bit better because I'll be excited. To be up there. But I get like, I have a lot of invasive thoughts that are constantly telling me that I need to maintain my level of intensity or else everybody's dead.
No. That's not going to happen. I
mean, is that relatable? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because what I'm saying,
I also come from
you shouldn't relate to this. No, I guess you shouldn't. But but whenever I say these things, and I think that's why like I get so disheartened sometimes, and I think I'm just like a sensitive, unwell person. But I get disheartened because I'm like, right, and everybody's like, wrong.
Well, no,
like,
I mean, you're right to have the fear or like the anxiety is totally legit because you guys are both necessary to your home's income.
And
I married into generational wealth. So I will always have that, you know, until she leaves me for Bronny James.
If Rosebud married Bronny James, man, I'm gonna choose her. I'm gonna choose her in the divorce.
And I totally understand.
I gotta nestle up next to that family, dude.
Yeah, I get it. I totally understand. I mean, you wouldn't even be bailing on me because I would be so gone. I would be in a small French village restoring a church with the divorce money. It'd be so simple.
Nobody would wonder where I was. It would be great. They'd be like, they'd know. They'd be like, he's an Aix-en-Provence.
Minnow's like Daddy Bronny.
Yeah, totally. She has cornrows.
Oh, which by the way, that reminded me, my generational wealth might be coming because I think, and I might film this, but Mario, my father-in-law, has all of this equipment. Like I think I've mentioned it on the show before, but like he's a master mechanic. He's an engineer, like a legitimately brilliant guy. He owned and operated all the cranes that took care of the transit authority, that did all the work on the transit authority and 9/11 and all of that stuff. So he's like, he can look at something, make it better, or build it from his brain memory, and then you look at it and you're like, this looks like it was sold at Home Depot. Like, this is unbelievable. So he has all of this different equipment, like Japanese power tools that are worth like $40,000 a piece. He's never fucking used it. So, or no, he's used it, but he's like got no use for it a lot now. And he's like, so when I'm dead, that's worth about $380,000. Like, he'll like just randomly say that to me everyone. So just clear it all out, get rid of it, whatever.
So funny.
And I'm like, dude, how about me and you?
This is the most Rockland County.
Yeah, this is my air. This is
parachute.
I get to sell junk for a living potentially. So what I want to do is I want to make Mario a front-facing YouTube star, and him and I are going to start a show where we basically present his tools and sell it to the general public.
I think that's great.
Isn't that a fun idea?
I'll tell you this. Last week, she'll never watch this, so it's fine. But we had all these clothes that we were donating to get rid of, and then I was like, you know, some of this is like worth money. So I went to Buffalo Exchange. I made
her clothes
and mine,
nice,
both of ours. But I made $200.
Great,
and I just didn't say anything about it.
No, what jacket did you get? What light stage jacket?
I didn't. I just.
You haven't cashed it in yet? No,
I just took $200.
Oh, okay. I thought they only gave store credit there.
They give you 50% store credit. So 50% of what they're going to sell for it, they'll give you that store credit, or 25% cash.
And you took the gauge.
I never buy used clothing.
Really?
No, I don't like it.
You're like a Native American. You can feel the person's soul in the shirt.
Yeah, sure. That's what the Native Americans.
I don't think that's a Native American adage, but I took the photograph.
You'll never see a Native American at a used clothing store. They don't believe in it.
They don't like vintage.
No,
they don't care for it. Although they do use every part of the animal, so maybe they will rewear.
Yeah.
You know what scene really fucks me up that I watched at a too young of age? You ever see Dances with Wolves?
I was thinking you were going to say Dances with the Wolves.
Yeah. My grandfather used to run at me and go, "Tatonka," and just like terrify me. But that one scene where you see like the piles of bison meat.
Where they just have left the animal to... It's
so fucking
so
disturbing.
Devastating.
And I remember being like 4. And my
the craziest thing about that?
Huh?
The craziest thing about that is that it was before CGI.
Yeah.
So they had to have... Prop people had to go and build probably 500 dead bison.
Yeah. They didn't kill bison for it, did they?
No, bison, you can't kill a bison.
They're
like endangered.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I saw, it's not a bison, but do you ever watch Alone?
The show,
the survivalist
I've
show.
seen it, yeah.
Because there was a guy that made Rock House. He was he was like literally, I think, the most badass human being of all time. Had so much information about the wild, you couldn't believe it. Like, he's like, oh, if you pull the bark out and actually like peel one layer of the wood, there's a medicine that can cure chlamydia. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, he just knew this shit. He killed a muskox with a knife. Like the size of a bison, jumped on its back and just fucking hawked it to death and killed this muskox in like the first couple weeks of being there. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
And then wore its like pelt and shit.
Wore its pelt, like literally stored its fat up in the tree, built like a cache so it was up and like, couldn't be accessed.
I'm not that good at nature.
Who is? I mean, it's that stuff. You almost have to live. You do have to live that life to be that.
See, my level of like, I love outdoor shit, but I love parking my car, setting up camp, and then doing stuff during the day. And then I come back to like when I camp, I bring my projector.
Oh, okay. You glamp a little bit.
Yeah. Like I
never find anything wrong with that. I like the people that just like park in a field and then they lay out the tarp and then they blow up a mansion.
Yeah.
And then they put like a blow up sofa, a couch, a coffee table. They have a hot stove that they cook their ramen on. And they basically are living in an apartment in the woods. And I'm like, I could do that.
I'm not quite there, but it's like I have, all the things I want.
I just got a camping hammock.
Yeah.
And that is once I'm once I have moments where I can do that sort of thing again, that's going to be exciting.
We'll do a camping episode. How about that?
Would you do that?
Would you
come in the woods?
Yeah, we got to figure out like a electricity situation.
We'll bring a generator.
Or we could do it like very old school, just audio on a Zoom recorder vibe.
That could be cool.
And vlog.
Shoot it on
we
phones.
We could film and then use the campfire as our lighting.
Campfire.
That
actually would be really cool. Do a night episode, a day episode. I think that would be really fun. I would take mushrooms, though. Would you guys be okay with that?
I'm fine with it.
We are going to tell scary stories, though, around the campfire.
That's cool. I don't know any. When anybody's like, tell a scary story, I'm like, when I was 5.
My priest. Where are we at time-wise? Are we there? 55?
Look at us. Just motoring through.
Just doing it.
I am going to, this summer, I'm going to put our tent in our backyard and camp with crew.
That's great.
I want to do that. That's going to be very exciting.
I'm going to try to bring Minnow camping.
Yeah.
I don't know how it'll go because she is,
used to the finer things.
But not even that. It's just that, like, she sleeps in a completely dark room.
Right.
With, like,
sound machine.
And it's just like, if I put her in a tent, I think she's probably going to be like, Dada, what?
Yeah, she'll just be up. I think you'd be surprised, though, because I sometimes think about that stuff and, like, how, they're set to this environment and they're so used to it and there's no way that they're going to be able to acclimate. And then my son will fall asleep on like a bed of nails.
Yeah.
Just when he's tired enough.
Minnow, it's so weird because she always prefers mom. And like, she's not the type of baby that like falls asleep places like ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been used to this like very particular. And then I brought her to Boston for the weekend that I did the Goofs Comedy Club.
Yeah.
And yeah. Goofy was there.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that was really good. Goofy,
oh boy.
Goofy's a dog, and then the other one's a cow. Is that what it is?
Which one?
What are the two? They're like the two look similar. It's Goofy and
no. Pluto is a dog. Goofy's also a dog, but Goofy got hit with a sentience dart.
Is that true?
No, but that's the story I've attached to it.
Why? I think Pluto's a dog, right?
Yeah.
Which one's the pet?
Pluto.
And then Goofy is
a dog, but a man. He's a Mog. I'm my own best friend.
I don't understand.
Damn, do you know what that reference is from?
No.
Spaceballs.
I don't understand how one's a dog pet. I mean, he must look at him and be like, "You're so pathetic."
Yeah, Goofy.
And then Pluto
spits on Pluto.
Yeah,
every
and then
time he
Pluto
sees
also
him.
wants to kill him.
You're debasing yourself.
Yeah. But
what's the deal?
What the fuck was I just gonna say? What were we talking about? This is great podcasting. No, there was
dogs,
something.
Cartoon in nature, sentient darts.
Oh, we were in Boston, and my mother-in-law came down and helped me while I was like, she would put the baby down while I was doing my sets.
Yeah,
and then I would come in, and like 2 hours after I fell asleep, the baby would wake up, and then I would put her in bed with me, and we would like, I would hold her and she would fall asleep. She's never done it her entire life. And I was like, we've reached a new like milestone. And like, this will be like now, like when we like want to, like when she wants to come sleep in bed with us, it'll be chill.
Yeah.
And the second we got home, she was like, I want nothing to do with you. And I was like, you little fucking traitor.
I mean, women be women.
Yeah.
no
Women be womening.
What.
I just can't wait till she's like, I can't even. And I'm like, you're at the nicest school in New York City.
If I watch another TikTok that's like a fucking, some kind of harp in the background, and it's a picture of a mother with her teenage daughter and/or son, and it's just like, oh, despite the fact that he ignores me, doesn't listen, won't talk to me, eats his dinner in his own room, plays video games. Next slide. There was a time, and it's like them cuddling, and it's
I've never
she's
seen
holding
this.
a baby, and it's like, how about I put a fucking rifle up my asshole and pull the trigger and confetti cannon my insides all over the fucking place because this is the saddest shit ever.
You're becoming Mario.
Dude, I mean, yeah, it's my destiny.
That's okay.
Well, we've done an hour. Do you want to plug anything?
Yep. Plug away. MikeCannonComedy.com for all your dates. July 26th, I'm assuming this is going to be past that, so that was a great time. In August, I will be in Cleveland. Come out to that. 4 shows at Hilarities. Very exciting. August 8th through 9th. And then the big thing I'm promoting is the YouTube. Go over to that. You're already on YouTube. You're watching this. I've seen the numbers. Most of you are on YouTube. Go over, subscribe to Mike Cannon Comedy. I have a new series, Coach Cannon, me teaching Brendan Sagalow how to play certain sports. And then I also have the road vlogs. I have a ton poker series, travel series with Nicole. So much backlog shit that you haven't watched. Do you want to know how I know you haven't? Because of the numbers. And just check it out, Mike Cannon Comedy on YouTube.
No dates?
I did the Cleveland. In August. And then more Mike Cannon Comedy, but YouTube, just YouTube.
Same. Go to my YouTube. All my dates are at punchup. What is it? Punchup.com?
Punchup.live.com.
Punchup.live.com /AndyHaynes. I am going to be in Portland. This will probably already be out by the time. And then I'll be at Las Vegas. And then I'm doing a show one night in London, August 16th. And then I'm in Halifax, August 22nd through 24th. I think I'm in like a town called Moncton somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, somebody actually commented, I'm from Moncton.
Yeah, I'm going to be
So we got one.
Yeah, I got one person coming out to this.
Halifax. When are they going to change it to Hala cell phone or Hala email?
Okay.
I mean, Halifax is...
Just cut the episode. But a bunch of dates. I mean, I'm doing a run through the Midwest. I think it's like Indy, Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, Morgantown, West Virginia at the end of September, and a bunch more.
Yeah, I have a lot of September stuff, but just YouTube.
Yeah. Go to my YouTube too. I'm also releasing like a travel show around the world in Andy Haynes.
I'm excited for that.
It's going to be exciting.
Cool.
Nicole Lyons Productions on Instagram. Follow Beautiful Boys everywhere. Subscribe to the YouTube. Gratata.